Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Drop Frames. Goth, I believe you're updated now.
Am I?
Nope, never mind. Daniel was letting me know that he just got back from walking his dog. We usually get guests added about 20 minutes before the show goes live.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Because I don't think about it at all, and we
Sure.
typically don't have a guest till the day of. So Zeke's comment of, he only has 5 days to prep for this. It's a little bit constrained. I mean, it depends on the week. It depends on the week.
I'm mad. I'm real mad about it. Dude.
Yeah, I apologize. Zeke wasn't even in the title. And if we're going to really blame anyone, you can't blame me. You got to blame my addiction to Overwatch because I was playing.
You were still playing when I got into the. I had to message you about the Zoom call link.
Yeah. You actually cost us a round because I had to respond to you on Twitter. So that's why, it was 2-2. We had to go the stretch. We ended up winning, thankfully. Summit got, I think, back to 70 with that because I was trying to help him get top 500 before that resets today. But I don't think it's going to happen. Anyways, though, we're here. It's a show. We've made it. Zeke's joining us all the way from Germany.
Yes. How's it going?
And what time is it there, Zeke?
It is 11 p.m.
You've been up since 7 a.m. Germany time?
8:30.
Okay, so you've been up a while.
I've been up a while. Yeah. We have a morning call that we do, and we have to be there at a certain time. And yeah, but my sleep schedule is just fucked.
Yeah. If
I may, just to start off, I've had several beers.
Great.
Giant plate of pork. So I'm a little food and or alcohol drunk.
Now I've heard the food in Germany is pretty good.
As fast as possible.
I think everyone's drinking but me, right? Because I think Gothwin got a beer earlier, right?
I'm on beer too.
He's on beer too. All right.
Yeah.
I gotta go get dinner after this, so I'm not gonna start drinking. But yeah. So is the food over there pretty good, Zeke?
Oh yeah, it's great. It's suited to my taste, meaning like it's mostly like meat and potato stuff.
Oh, I need to go over there then. That's great.
Like most of the German restaurants just like beef, pork, chicken, and like potatoes of some sort. Like we went to a Mongolian place here in Germany, but that's not like German food. German food is a lot of meat and beer, and it's wonderful. I love it.
Cool. We'll be talking to you about all the Gamescom stuff. There's actually been a lot more news than normal, it feels like, coming out of Gamescom.
Feels more similar to E3 to me.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I agree, actually. Goth, you've been doing a ton of stuff. I didn't even realize that you like run this fucking convention. You're like the guy for this convention.
I'm like the
figurehead.
The figurehead for it. My buddy Kevin is an event planner, so we work in tandem for it. But myself, him, and Professor Broman, we've been planning the event for six months now.
Yeah, I think there was an artist rendition that you retweeted of the actual con, and that's impressive, man. To be able to do everything that a streamer has to do and also run that shit.
It's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm really looking forward to it.
Let's just start with that. When's the actual event going?
It's on the 27th of this month, so next Saturday.
What the fuck are you doing on a show this close to the event? Why did you agree?
Checks and shaking hands, but
Jesus.
So are you doing DestinyCon and PAX?
I'm not going to PAX.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Yeah.
Who's going to PAX? Right. Is it Co or Zeke? You guys going to PAX? Okay. I'm not going to PAX this year. Or PAX West this year.
West. It's PAX Prime. Like, I'm never not gonna call it Prime.
I'm always you're right. That's true.
I agree with that for sure. I don't know why they would change it because
it's not the biggest one.
Sounded like it was more important.
Right. No, East is bigger now.
But Prime means it doesn't matter. Prime means first. Right. It doesn't mean like best. It means first. Like Primus is like the first.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm skipping that one to play World of Warcraft, so I guess some things never change.
Yeah.
I guess I'm still the fucking same 14-year-old that I was.
Yeah, did BlizzCon happen like at the same time?
No, BlizzCon's in November. It's just the WoW release on the 30th, on that Tuesday. Oh. So, like, technically I could do the WoW launch and do, like, a 24-hour stream then, and then go to PAX, but that's actually a nightmare, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stay home.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay home and...
I have people who are coming from Gamescom, going to CommunityCon next week, and then going to PAX. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah. What?
I'll eat packs instead.
I think there's a bunch of people that are doing the Gamescom packs. There's always like one time of the year every year where two conventions are right back, like neck and neck with each other, and you have to do like a fucking worldwide trip. I think like people that went to PAX Australia last year had to either maybe go to TwitchCon like the week after that or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Is Australia that close this year? Is it a September event?
I don't know when Australia is. I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I have no intention of ever going to PAX Australia. So.
No, me neither. Or Australia in general. Everything wants to kill you there. I'll pass.
Yeah, it's also like a 14. It's like the longest flight that you can take.
It's like a day. You lose it. You lose 2 days, one to get there and one to get back.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I went to South Africa once. That was a nightmare
Really?
of a flight. Yeah.
I'd probably go to South Africa. That might be fun, just to hang
It
out.
was, I mean, it was beautiful. Yeah, we went to Cape Town. It's a good time.
There you go. There you go. So Destiny Con, what's going on with that? This is the second year.
The second year. So last year we were doing a meetup. This was when Broman and another streamer moved to Tampa. We were doing a meetup and we're like, hey, let's do a triple streamer meetup. It'll be great. And then like 20 other streamers were like, hey, I'll come into town. And we were woefully unprepared because we had a month and a half and like 1,000 people who showed up to we had a big restaurant, but it was a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
So this year, I think it was around February. So it's about 6 months. Around February, we started planning it. We tacked Community Con on because last year we called it Destiny Con. This year even still, there's still confusion about whether or not Bungie's involved. So next year is going to be Guardian Con just to eliminate,
get rid of all that
confusion.
So wait, Bungie's not involved in this at all?
At all. No, they're not involved.
I think that's why you had to add community.
Yeah.
Right underneath Destiny.
There's still confusion. So basically, like 100% of proceeds go to St. Jude. Goal for the event is $200,000 raised for St. Jude.
That's awesome.
Nobody planning the event is making $1. Everybody's just we're doing a 7-day, 24-hour-a-day marathon, charity marathon involving every streamer in the Destiny community to raise money for St. Jude. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a really just positive, fun event for people who like that game. Some of you hate it. That's fine. Probably hate your game.
Look, the best way to say this is there are a lot of communities on Twitch that have terrible fucking people at the helm. You and Broman are some of the best fucking people I've ever met. So it is awesome to be able to, and regardless of the game, like that's the coolest thing. I think that you guys are able to make something like this. And like you said, you have a shit ton of people going to this, which we can all see here.
A bit over 3,000 people counted right now with pre-sale tickets, VIP shirts. And it'll probably be closer to 4,000 day of.
Jesus.
Yeah,
that's a lot, man.
I don't know.
I'm like freaking out because I'm like planning a live show out of my house and shit. And you're like over here running a giant fucking 4,000 plus event.
JP's like, I could have 5, maybe even 7 people.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's pushing. I don't even have beds for these motherfuckers. I'm still working on all this shit. They're like, yeah, I got a con in like 2 weeks. It's not even a big deal. It's not even a big deal.
I agree with Chad. Destiny would be better if it was on PC.
Oh my God. What was
I think for Destiny 2, praying.
Yeah, I think everyone's been praying for that for the longest time.
Yeah, it's very likely. So praying. Let's hope. I'd love to see it at 60 frames and 1440p and all the goodness. So.
Well, I mean, we have No Man's Sky, so it's pretty much, it would look exactly the same, right? Like, it's just, it looks 100%. I've heard a lot of people say that it looks exactly the same, so I like.
It looks exactly the same. Same engine. Crazy.
It's same engine. I mean, the Destiny devs decided to make a game and put on a mask as an English person and grow a beard. You know, No Man's Sky. Yeah. That's
I'm torn with No Man. You guys talked about No Man's Sky last week, didn't you? I'm sorry.
But only Co had played it. Played it.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that because I think Zeke, did you touch it at all?
No, I couldn't.
Okay, I touched it for about an hour and a half, then I refunded it before I crossed 2, and that was that. So,
really, that good, huh?
Well, it's just not my type of game. We'll talk about that though, a little bit later on. So how does Bungie feel about you doing this? Are they just kind of like, we're not gonna recognize that you exist, but good luck with the event? Like, how does that go?
They recognize that we exist. I don't know if they're going to show up. They have invites. They have a lot going on. New expansion coming out in a month's time. So I mean, we'll see. I've been in touch with Deej, and he's like the community manager at Bungie. And most of the dialogue has been about making sure that it's clear that they're not involved type situation. Because I think not only Bungie and Activision, but I think a lot of vendors are kind of in a wait and see phase to see how this year goes. Because we were able to get vendors for the event, but I think they want to see that we could put on a con before they get officially involved. So it's kind of like distancing, but good luck. We support you. You're doing a good thing. But
So how many vendors do you guys have this year?
I think we only have like 10 booths or something. I mean, it's not a lot of booths this year. Most of it is we have laser tag.
I saw you had a laser tag thing inside
two
the
professional laser tag arenas. 6v6. It's gonna be awesome. We have a bunch of panels and meet and greets. The vendor area, which is relatively small this year. Hopefully, I'd like to quad it in size for next year.
Yeah. Is this something you guys are gonna? PAX started out very small once upon a time. Is this something that's going to turn into that if Destiny continues to grow? Is that the kind of end goal for you?
Yeah, I mean, next year I'm looking at the Tampa Bay Convention Center because Destiny 2 launches next year, and if it is what I believe it will be and be on PC, I'll need a building.
Well, here's a question for you, Goth. Do you think, like, going into this territory of real life convention? I mean, Destiny is obviously your backbone. It's the kind of thing where you could create a foundation to go a lot further than just that. Is that something that you may be thinking of down the road, or is this Destiny all about Destiny and will always remain about Destiny?
I mean, I think they could always remain about it. I mean, Minecraft has its own con, correct?
They do, but it's also run by So
does Star Citizen. They have their own con too.
Yeah,
a lot of games have their cons.
Yeah.
I'm really dedicated to the community, and obviously they've been good to me. And I don't know, man. I love them. I love them to pieces, and that's always going to remain my focus. So yeah.
On that note, there are very few games on Twitch where when news drops about Bungie or about Destiny, you can see like every channel get a massive bump like within 24 hours.
Yeah.
And during the announcements, it's just crazy. Everyone gets 5x. Like that's wild. There's not many other things on Twitch that can do that. It's
pretty crazy. Yeah, I feel very lucky.
Sure. While I'm throwing another question at you, go into Zoom and turn off auto adjust. I didn't pick it up during the beginning of the show, but your mic.
Is there's something wrong with my mic?
We're on a fucking roller coaster of volume so far.
Okay. Oh, that's fun. Okay, sorry.
Put it like 60 or 70%. Yeah, I think
automatically adjust. Put it on. Okay, right now it's on like 100.
80 and turn off auto adjust. There you go.
How's that? We good?
Yeah, sounds good. Sorry, I should have caught that earlier on.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everybody in chat. If your ears are bleeding, that's my bad.
Compressor catches most of it. It's all right. Sure. So what? I guess aside from Destiny Con, there's been a ton of giant info blast about Destiny stuff. What's going on with all that? Like Cohh was mentioning little tidbits of news.
What is the new expansion?
Yeah, what's going on with all that?
Yeah.
New expansion coming September 20th. It focuses on the Iron Lords, and I don't know if anybody here knows Destiny lore. Destiny lore.
I mean, let's just go with that. No, let's just go with no, and you can explain.
Okay.
Well,
the Iron Lords are connected to the Iron Banner.
Yeah, exactly. The PvP portion of the game, like the warriors. So basically, new raid based around the Fallen, which is a faction Destiny. They find this like tech monsters and shit, and they fuck shit up. And so there's a new raid, and that's big important. The raids in Destiny are always the best content in it. I just never mind the story. I don't give a shit. I mean, I want to get loot and shoot dudes. Like that's all I care about. But some people care about story. That's cool. And then they're finally bringing private matches, like custom matches to Destiny,
that was announced this week at Gamescom, right? Yeah.
I personally believe that it should have been there since launch, but don't look a gift horse in the mouse.
Well, it's
in the mouse.
I mean, to talk about that, game's been out 3 years now.
2.
Okay, 2 years now. It's such a weird thing that's like a big push at a major con is like, hey, we've got private matches. You know those things that have existed in other games since 2005? Like I mean, that's a little unfair to say, but it is a big thing for the community, especially for streamers. Like, that's huge.
Well, a big thing also to mention about that is the concept of a private match over a server-based matchmaking, especially concerning infrastructure and what you need in your programs to do that, is a completely different beast.
Sure,
like that,
totally.
Especially if they didn't plan for private matches when they were making the game originally.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
yeah, that's big. That's
100%, 100%. And like we said, especially for streamers, like
it's huge for streamers.
It opens up so many things.
Like Swifter's made a career out of private matches, so
yeah.
I'm really excited for it. There's already like tournaments being set up and shit, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So
yeah, what are some of the functionality of those private lobbies besides like are they just going to be a private lobby and that's it?
It's basic right now. I mean, you can choose map, time of day, kill limits, time limits, and then whether or not light level is relevant. So for like other MMOs, like whether or not your gear score would matter if it's just, normalized. So we're going to be pushing for more options. Spectator mode, I think, is a must. Options over, like super generation or if you have like infinite grenades or if your heavy's always full, so you can have like sword matches and stuff. I think there's a lot of options they can add, and that's like the next step for as far as what we need to lobby for.
Definitely. Have they put any details out about the raid at all?
Very little. They're usually pretty tight-lipped about the raid. So we'll see. My team got world's first last year. I don't know how on the raid.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch.
It was stupid. All we did was dick around and be sassy the entire raid. So I don't think we'll get it this year. There's a lot of really good players out there that are probably gunning for it. So
I heard that you made the pledge that if you didn't get first this year, you were giving up streaming. Is that accurate?
I heard that
giving
too.
up streaming forever. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna open a arcade.
Like everyone.
All back.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? The video just stopped. Oh, that's part of the video.
No, I actually
no, that's not normal.
Go ahead, Zeke.
Yeah.
I actually interviewed somebody about Rise of Iron at E3. Now, is this the expansion that is going to give us that cool slick black Gallarhorn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you pre-order it, you get the black and white Gallarhorn.
That's kind of gross, but I'm like that's gonna get a lot of pre-orders that way.
Oh yeah.
Before it was even available for pre-order on Xbox, it had more pre-orders than the Taken King expansion last year.
Yeah, because Jesus. I want that fucking flaming axe though. Look at that shit. That looks
I know how they can get one more pre-order. Bring it to PC.
Bring it to PC, please.
I can guarantee one more pre-order.
The constant argument is that I'm sorry, I burped. I'm gross. The constant argument is console gamers believe that if it hits PC, then it's going to be filled with hackers. Like it's just going to be this fiesta of bullshit.
Yeah, it is a lot harder to manage that stuff on a PC. 100%.
But it's
valid
still
point,
possible. Like you shouldn't not do something because of the possibility of some crap happening. You
God
do
damn
it.
it.
I don't know. I want to see it on PC really bad.
I hadn't watched this video. Destiny's one of those games that I'll always go back to at the start of. That's the weapon right there, Zeke. At the start of every expansion, and everything that they just showed in that trailer looks pretty fucking cool. Especially the art direction that they're going with for this. It looks very un-Destiny like. Like everything kind of looks like Norse themed, obviously. It looks really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and he brought up a very interesting thing. Like, forget about DestinyCon. I want to go to the Fiesta of bullshit. That sounds like a blast.
It would be. It would. There's a lot of shenanigans that goes down at the Fiesta.
I'd be like the fucking parade master. Like, burr, 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 burr.
Dressed as BC Warrior in the very front.
There you go. There you go.
Fiesta of bullshit.
Oh my god.
No, that was a great phrase. I'm gonna continue to use that.
Yeah.
Also, the new only one new strike. It says singular new strike, so I guess that's all. How many was there in the last expansion? Was there two?
Gosh, two or three.
Okay. Does that have you been basically answering this like, oh, they're only doing one strike? How could they like? I'm sure that's something that you get nonstop during your streams.
It's strikes to me are kind of just like bonus content. It's kind of like fluff to me. It's like raid. Private matchmaking is a big deal for me on Twitch. I care about that a lot. The general user won't give a fuck about it unless they play with their friends and want to just have a good time or whatever. But I don't know. Strikes are pretty much throwaway. I think for me personally. If you feel differently, then I apologize. I'm a jerk.
In other random news, did Titanfall 2 just go live with a beta?
Yeah.
They may have console only.
Console only. Does that make you like sort of worried about the PC port? And
I mean, I think that always does, but it's also like they're gonna show what looks the best. They also, I think, sold a shit ton of units on the Xbox, and it's probably Xbox only right now. Like,
is it Xbox or PlayStation only? Or they said console?
No. It's all systems this time around.
Like no, for the beta is the beta.
Oh, I don't know. I just saw someone tweeted like, "Hey, we're going live with Titanfall 2," and I'm like, "How? What?" Like,
yeah.
I don't understand where that came from, but
Don't worry, it's not on PC, so it's not really news.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Chat doesn't really know.
It's a technical test.
I'm gonna be checking out those streams later, though. I don't plan on playing any of it because competitive FPS on console for me, lols. But I don't do a controller.
I hope it's 60 at least. Like I know that Titanfall launched.
It has to be 60
on Xbox One, but it was eventually patched to 60 frames.
Dude, I've been watching, as everyone else has, all the videos coming out of Gamescom for all the different games, but last week they did a bunch of single player content for Titanfall that a bunch of YouTubers got access to and put up videos and stuff. It looks really good. Like it looks like a lot of fun, and it's super fluid, and your character seems super. It's like you're playing fucking Genji in an FPS, but everyone gets to play Genji, not just one person. So it's really cool.
He has a grappling hook.
Yeah, it's got a grappling hook too. It looks really fun. Like I'm super interested to see that game more so than Battlefield 1 because I've played Battlefield 1. I already know exactly what that is already.
What do you feel about it?
I thought Battlefield 1 was a shit ton of fun. It was so much fun. It was
I remember your initial tweets. You said it was meh.
I played. Yeah, I got a lot of people that were like, "Why are you still playing this? Like your initial tweets were terrible." I hated the first hour that I played the game, and I think it's because I had played so much Overwatch that I was trying to apply that type of whatever to a Battlefield 1 game or to Battlefield 1, and then I realized it's a Battlefield game, and I was like, "I'm just gonna do dumb shit and have fun," and then I really enjoyed the game. Like it was the flying in that game's. It's Battlefield 1 flying. The combat in the game is Battlefield 1 combat. Crazy shit happens nonstop. You're not going to...
Did you see the new shit?
Oh, yeah. That looks awesome. I want to fucking ride those horses alongside that train. That looks fucking great. I also want to see what happens when you ride a horse into the train. Do you just die? Like, what happens to the horse?
Yeah. No. The dude said, he was like, yeah, you're on a horse, so the horse can get shot.
Yeah. Do you start out on the horse?
Watch out for that.
Do you start out on the horse?
I don't know.
Okay, because I don't know like how that's going to work.
You spawn in a vehicle, so I'm assuming you would. Yeah.
Well, I think everyone, from what I understood, that portion of the map is the train is always moving, and so if you don't have a vehicle, I don't know how you get alongside that train. So
you probably do. Yep,
you probably have to start in a horse or a jeep. Or it looks. Battlefield.
You spawn on the guy, and he's just like.
Yeah, the guy's just yeah. Like it. Oh man, Battlefield has some of the dumbest moments I've ever had in first-person shooters, but they're also like some of the funniest fucking things I've ever done, and they're super fun. That's one thing you can always count on that game. The competitive atmosphere of that game is trash. It's absolutely not worth your time. But if you just want to jump in with a bunch of friends and like shoot some guys, Battlefield 1's great for that. It's fantastic. I think that's why everyone's super hyped for it too. But yeah, the new trailer looks awesome. And EA's throwing a shit ton of money at that. They had a fucking John Wayne song for the trailer, and like, you can tell the marketing's gonna go fucking crazy.
Whoa. John Wayne song?
Or not? Sorry, not John Wayne. Now I'm fucking failing at country music. Who's the country music guy?
The hip singer from the 40s.
Not James.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of John Wayne singing this song. He's like, feelings. Johnny
Cash.
Johnny Cash. There we go. Jesus Christ. I couldn't think of Johnny
Holy
Cash.
shit.
I was like, Butch Cassidy. James. Nope, not James Dean. Nope.
Is it Wayne Newton or was it John?
I was in the same sphere. That's a lot of like westerns.
I think. I don't know.
Little Wayne.
I think it was Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne. Little Wayne is so good.
He's right above it, just so you guys know. It's
Yeah,
Lil Wayne.
there you go.
What Johnny Cash song was it,
I can't tell you off the top. I couldn't even remember the singer. If you're asking me to bring the fucking song out of my head, you're in for a world of pain. I'm not gonna guess that shit. Chat will tell you in a sec. It might have been John Legend, exactly. Chat. It might have been them. But yeah, Battlefield 1 looks awesome. I'm super excited. I think Co enjoyed it just as much as I did. And we were both.
I can't wait to play the next beta.
We were both very sad that. Also, you know when it goes live, Co? The 31st.
31st. Yeah.
So like the day before you leave for PAX. And I think it's
also like a day before Nuka-Cola World, or the Nuka-Cola World, the last Fallout 4 expansion, which is supposed to be the biggest and everything too.
Jeez.
It's a bad time to go to PAX.
That week's gonna be insane because it's WoW launch, it's Battlefield 1 beta, and it's the Fallout DLC.
Fallout 4 DLC.
Jeez.
It's rough.
Which is going to be the biggest, and we've learned from our mistakes. This one's going to be awesome. And they just released a trailer, which I haven't seen yet, but apparently,
what are you gonna do?
Since we're all over the place in the opening of the show, let's talk about Final Fantasy getting fucking delayed till November and how excited I am for that. Like everyone is like, "Oh, I'm so upset." Yeah, I'm so fucking excited. We don't have to miss it.
I'm sorry. The only thing it gets in the way of is Pokemon Sun and Moon because I'm gonna stream the hell out of that.
Oh, does that launch the same time?
Yeah, I mean it's in November, and
November's always busy.
Pokemon, and I love streaming Pokemon. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I woke. There were a lot of rumors last week that was going to happen. GameStop got some packaging and some rules for that packaging that said that it was going to be delayed, and they finally came out via YouTube video on Monday saying that it had been delayed to November 20th, I think is the date, or around there. And it was also cool too because in the video he basically said like the reason we're delaying this is so we can make the game better. Like we're making it run better.
It's a good reason.
We're making it run better, and I'm like, and you're missing TwitchCon. Great. Now every streamer can actually play that game when it launches.
There is a chance we could spend 200 hours in Final Fantasy 15. They're saying there's 200 hours of actual content in this game. You could delay it until the end of next year. I don't care. Like, make it awesome, make it amazing,
make it worthwhile. It's Final Fantasy 15. You
make
can't
every
fuck
one
this
of those hours be incredible, and make the game it so like everyone wants to play every one of those hours, and you take your time.
Yeah, they also kind of got lucky too with No Man's Sky coming out, and everyone saying what happens when you fucking rush a team of 5 people and it just kind of flounders out. Then you got a team of however many people have touched Final Fantasy. There's probably thousands of people that have touched that game at this point. And they're like,
they can assembly line those at this point.
Yeah, we're not ready.
Okay, art team, story team, character creation, just right down the line.
Yeah, so it's really good to see that. I was super excited to see that. I don't know why I still have Destiny up. Did you guys watch that the hour-long video they put out for 15? Any of the snippets for it? There's like one of the things that I saw. They're basically exploring this zone. They go down a cave, and there's like this giant spider that seems to be like a boss that they're fighting, and the combat looks fucking cool. And then whatever the main character's name is, Noctis like gets a new weapon or some shit from this tomb. And I think it was all a side quest. I don't think it was like main story. It didn't look main story focused, which could mean good and bad things if it is. But game looks great. Like I can't wait for that to happen. And also if that means that we get the new PlayStation Neo alongside Final Fantasy 15, and they announce a launch date for November or this winter, then that's even better.
The event is in September, right? It's like early September.
They haven't put the announcement is
the announcement's in September.
It's the 7th.
I hope they pull a Sega Saturn on that and say that it's in stores now.
In stores next Tuesday, like this next Tuesday. That'd be fucking that'd be rad. That would kind of break the internet for a couple days if they did that. But
Sega was always ahead of their time. If the internet would have been an existing thing back when they announced the Sega Saturn, then that tactic would have worked. Internet would have gone nuts.
Yeah.
Like more than 10 people would have gotten it.
Yeah.
Could have played all the great Sega Saturn games.
Sega was it was an interesting time for sure. I only jumped in on the Sega platform during the Dreamcast era, and it's because
I'm getting a Dreamcast arcade machine. It's gonna be dope.
So like you're gonna get Power Stone and like Marvel vs. Capcom.
A cabinet. It's gonna be a 4-player cabinet with 2 screens, and it's gonna have Sega BIOS in it and take discs. It's gonna be awesome.
Nice. Okay.
Sweet.
There you go. You're gonna put that in the green room.
Now I'm gonna put it in the hallway outside the theater.
I want to talk about your house because you just moved into a house and you've set it up. You've kind of done what every streamer wants to do, but most of us either rent or live in an apartment.
It was a pain in the ass.
It seems like it's a pain in the ass, but it seems so worth it once it's set up.
It was, yeah.
Because then you never have to move. You're just done. So I guess walk us through the process. Like, what have you done to the room to get it stream ready?
My stream room. Well, we're in process. I'm looking around at wires that I can't see. We have like HDMI's and USBs running through the walls, so both of my PCs can be in a closet. Because my setup's like weird compared to like a desk setup.
Right. You have 3 TVs on your opposite wall,
I have
right?
3 TVs in.
Let's see if I can find your images.
I have a recent image of No Man's Sky and Surround. Those are TVs on my Twitter. I think that's like a couple days ago.
Yep.
But no, I mean, like, I love it. We did the green paint on the wall, and we've been doing a lot of remodeling, and that's a mini split. The unit that you see up top, that's a AC that's just for this room. So it's 68 degrees in this room right now with everything running.
That's awesome. That's about what I keep in my room, and I pay out the fucking ass for it.
So do you have like a desk in front of you, Goth? Do you have like a desk in front of you?
Yeah, a custom made desk in front of me. Yeah.
Okay, and then you have like a keyboard and mouse for all your computers and stuff on that?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's a very neat setup.
And then these are like 40-inch TVs, right? For scale?
55.
55-inch TVs. So yeah, you got 3 of them against the wall. Then your camera, and I guess the desk is like in this area.
It's clear on the other side, but yeah.
Okay.
It was a process convincing banks that I don't make porn to be able to.
Oh, to buy the house?
Yeah, because they're like, so what do you do on the internet?
Yeah,
like,
when I went to initially move.
Videos.
Yeah, when I went to initially move, I had to go through the whole loan application, all that shit. And I had to do the same thing. They're like, so what do you stream not porn? There's
internet
money
broadcasting. Because
so wait, my son plays Call of Duty. Is that what you do? Do you play the Call of Duty?
Yes, that's exactly what I do. Now give me my fucking house.
Yeah,
I got super lucky, man. I went under contract like last week on my new house, and the guy we called for
congratulations, by the way.
Oh, you ended up getting that? You didn't
yes,
tell me that.
I'm under
Congrats.
contract in my house right now, and I'm super excited.
Get a hot tub.
Place, man. Not only am I taking a page out of this guy's book with the green screen wall, but I got a VR room. I got rooms claimed. I put like a little red flag on a piece of gum, and I stuck them in rooms. And I was like, "These are mine, Lena. These are my rooms."
There you go.
I'm gonna do things in these
We converted a third of our garage into a gym. We got another one of the mini splits in there, and there's like a rubber floor and floor to ceiling mirrors. Because my wife's a personal trainer. We're a cartoon couple, so it's been a lot of fun.
She probably doesn't talk about you much to her. Yeah, my son plays my husband plays video games for a living. Oh, okay. Well,
But dude,
Are you okay?
did he? Are you locked in this marriage? What's going on?
Are you about to leave? Is there a tracker on you? No, I got really lucky. She's a gem.
Awesome. Cool. What were we gonna say? We cut you off a billion times.
What's it? Oh, yeah. So about the house thing. So I got lucky because when I called for the approval letter, I got like an early 30s dude, and he was like, "Oh, cool. So you stream?" And I was like, "Yes." And it just all went from there. He's like, "Okay, let me tell you your finances. Let me check your credit. Okay, we're good." And I was just like, awesome. Like, this is like one of the only people I've talked to that was just like, "Oh, you're a streamer."
Yeah, that's so lucky.
That's incredible.
I am. It was good. It was good.
That's incredible.
Oh, he even said during, he was like, "Oh, I bet your taxes are hell." And I was like, yeah, they are.
Yeah. He knows the struggle more than most.
You have a CPA by now, right, Co? Working with you, or
partially. I'm in between tax solutions.
tax solution?
Yes.
I like how all streamers in general are just kind of growing up, and everyone's getting like, "You got a CPA, right? Oh yeah, no.
CPA,
Yeah. You got your Roth IRA. You got that working?
Independent contractor.
I just recently got my lawyer. That's pretty good.
Dude.
I was doing the contract thing for a while, and now it's like
Does he have a WITS or
a
is
lawyer
he at the
guy.
end of his
I
name?
have a cell phone number that I can.
Dude,
I check this. It's good.
That was the first thing I did when I decided to come back. Is I just got a proper lawyer. He's like my best friend because I pay him to be. I just call him all times a day and be like, "Hey, is this a good idea?" He's like, "Nope, that's a really fucking dumb idea." I'm like, "Great, hang up. It's the best."
Anyways.
Yeah. They're like, No, that's a really bad idea because you don't click. I'm doing it anyways. Go fuck yourself. I'll send you the bill next week. But lawyers are good. Lawyers are good.
Oh, it's great. Like for us, we got all this stuff set up in Panama. But what? Oh, don't talk about. Never mind.
Is that Phantom Lord off camera? Is that lawyers are good. If you're a full-time streamer and you're at the level where you're making a lot of money, get a lawyer because you got to protect yourself. We've said that a billion times on stream, and it's actually worth it. Even if you're not a big guy, a big dog, you still got to have one.
I am shocked that to date, and I'm going to assume it's still true, that Twitch doesn't have like an onboarding how to not get fucked by taxes guy.
Yeah, they need to have one for sure.
Because it seems like not only like growing streamers, but also like big dogs. Like some of them have no clue, and they're going to be in trouble.
Well,
I'll tell you this. This is the scary part. We live in a time where our profession is the definition of gray area.
Yeah.
So you can go to and I actually tested this with my last round. You can go to different tax people and tell them exactly the same thing about what we do. And they will approach it completely differently. Oh yeah, we'll put you down as an actor, and we can say that you do all this stuff. Oh, okay, we'll make you a live performer, and we can do all this stuff with it. And it's just
it's honestly a matter of time until someone gets audited in the streaming space, and then everyone's going to get audited in the streaming space, and then we're going to get told how we actually have to do our taxes because every accountant does it differently. You're right. There's so many ways that for us to file everything that it's just someone's going to get audited, and hopefully that person.
Overpay.
Do what?
Just always overpay. Just always overpay.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too is, year over year, most streamers are going to make more the year, like every year they're going to make more than they did the year prior. And so overpaying is almost a necessity because otherwise you're just going to get fucked if you don't.
Yeah.
So it goes right. It's a fucking giant gray space that,
and the worst part is there's not like right answers. There's not like you can't go to Google and say, "Hey, I stream on Twitch. What exactly should I be doing with my taxes?" Search. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Click. Yeah, there's nothing like that ever. And it's interesting. It's the kind of thing though. It's like I don't even know. Like Twitch obviously wouldn't know the answer to a lot of this stuff.
Well, they also don't want to give legal advice. That's why they don't have someone on.
Of course, yeah. But it is kind of an interesting position to be in, where this is 100% our legal profession, but it's like we're not all 100% sure on how to do this properly. Not even the people that are paid to do.
Yep.
But we do what we can.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Zeke, you're over in Germany. What are you doing over there? Why did you go to Germany? Just for the beer and to drink?
No, I'm here for fucking Gamescom, man. I'm here because I got invited down here to do the hosting gig for Twitch. And I mean, I've done a lot of hosting, but this is my first time ever being in Europe. And the opportunity came up and I said, hell yeah. And now I'm here and it's a trip, man. It's a trip. This is the first time I've ever been in a foreign country that English is not the first language.
Yeah, I haven't been in a place like that before.
I've been to Australia, but thankfully, like Europeans are very like, I don't know what the word for it would be, but like almost all European countries, like if they have their second language is English and then the third language is whatever the fuck else they want. But they always, I mean, like seriously, like
no,
almost
every
like in order to communicate with each other, I've been told is they learn English. Like, so like a French person and a Swedish person talk English to each other, kind of a thing. So, but it's been great.
What's it like? You're hosting on a stage and the speaker's going out. It's not just for a stream, correct? Like you have your voice going out to a crowd?
Well, yeah, not a crowd yet because today was just media.
Okay.
And but the first two things I was told when I got here was you'll never believe how many people are here, and the smell.
Yeah, that was
just fucking outrageous.
Has that hit yet? Because the public's not there yet. Yeah, public doesn't get there till this weekend, and that's when you leave this weekend, right? You're not going to be there for the public days?
No, the public days are tomorrow and the next day.
Oh, okay. I thought they weren't open till this weekend, but
no. They do. Media day was today, and tomorrow and the next day, and Saturday and Sunday are all.
So tomorrow is when your eyes are going to be open to the fucking mess that is Gamescom.
Yes.
How many fucking people show up? I'm curious though. Are you at all worried that, like, I guess not, because you were just talking about how English is like so second nature over there, but that you're just going to be like having your voice speakered out to the entire Gamescom and none of them have English as their first language? You're not worried about that? Yeah.
Oh no, they all understand it. They're way better than Americans. Except I will say in their you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to say that. But I'm just going to start by saying this. Walked into a place, people in the place, hello. Hey, how's it going? They hear my accent and they hear the language coming out of my mouth and they go, ugh. And they immediately like drop because they're like, fucking American. Great. Wonderful. I suppose you're gonna want a fucking English menu, huh? But you know, it's okay. You kind of learn to deal with it. Like, oh, they're gonna serve us, but they're not gonna like it.
Are you going out with the other like Twitch folks? Because there's a lot of streamers and content creators that have actually been flown out this year. I think more than last year. Really, it seems like.
Did you guys get invites?
I did not, but I would not go regardless.
I'm gonna see the coded. The code's muted though.
I'm good. What's up?
Did you get an invite?
Did you get an invite?
Invite for what?
Just anything for Gamescom?
Oh, like a few, like, are you gonna be theirs? But
yeah.
Okay.
Most of the people that got flown out there, like
those for like all the cons.
Yeah, Jericho got flown out for Battlefield 1 coverage with EA. Ammunition's out there for Overwatch stuff. I think a couple other streamers are out there for Overwatch stuff. So, and then Zeke and Swifter and who else is out there Twitch talent wise?
Swifter's not here for Twitch.
Oh, okay.
He's not.
No, he did a Titanfall thing.
Okay.
And that was the only paying gig that he had, but like the rest of it, he's just here for himself.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Like the hosts that I know that I've worked with previously are Spamfish and Kelly Link, but there's a couple of new ones that I've never worked with before, like Nixta Boy, and he's German himself.
Okay, that makes sense.
Jose, who is Don Fubar, who has done hosting gigs for other companies. He's a seasoned guy, but he is really cool, and he's a friend of John Carnage. And John Carnage is doing the hosting as well.
Interesting. Wheat's not out there? No, I guess he's not, because I've been seeing him tweet for myself.
Nope, no Wheat, no Soma, no Anna.
Okay. What's that? So John's over there running the ship? That must be a fucking crazy ship if John Carnage is running it.
Yeah, you know what, dude? And that's that. I had this conversation with him. Like I said I would love to be a fly on the wall during a business meeting with you, because I think you're just completely different. Because if he behaved the way he did in a business meeting, like nothing would fucking get done, dude. Like nothing. It'd be like, oh, we're gonna have like people dressed up as fucking polar bears on stage for half an hour. Why? Because John said so.
Yeah. Yes.
He acted in a business situation.
The best way to describe John Carnage to people who have never worked with him or seen anything he's done is go watch the pre-E3 show that Twitch did this year. And that's pretty much like being in John's mind for about 12 hours. I think it's a good representation of John Carnage's brain, was that show.
Yeah.
So I actually will watch some of the coverage now, just because I want to see how it's all being done over there in Germany. Is it just pretty much the same stuff you guys always do? You're bringing devs on, talking to them about their game while they're playing it, stuff like that?
Oh yeah, it's pretty stock stuff. Obviously there's new stuff every time, but it's the same thing.
Yeah. What would you look at today? What'd you see today?
I saw lots of cool stuff. I got to the first opening thing of the day was the Deus Ex Mankind Reimagined, or whatever the fuck it is.
I've heard that. I've heard press already. Yeah, Divided. I've heard press already have access to that, so they've been playing it for a while.
I saw. We hung out with one of the devs for about half an hour, and we got to see like some gameplay and some. We talked about like new like augmentation. We talked about the world, and it looks like another fantastic addition into the Deus Ex universe.
Nice.
Nothing. I mean, nothing like overtly like exciting. But I mean, if you like Deus Ex, you're gonna love this one. It's kind of like Fallout. Like
It's a Deus Ex game made for Deus Ex fans. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's good. There's a lot of, I mean, there's stealth. Like a lot of the graphics are, improved. Like the hacking is there, but it looks different, but it's basically the same. That kind of shit.
Yeah, I saw there was one blurb today in the news world saying that it's not going to have DX12 support on PC at launch, which it's not really the biggest thing. It's delayed till September the 5th, but meh. Game will probably still look pretty good.
Yeah, it's releasing like the 23rd, right?
Yes,
23rd.
yeah, next week. I think it's honestly after No Man's Sky is probably the first big release of the fall for sure. So
Yep, we got we got an indie release tomorrow, a couple indie releases tomorrow, but it's the next kind of big AAA for sure.
Yeah. Zeke, what else did you see or show?
Well, my favorite segment of the day was this game by an indie company. I can't remember the name of the indie company was, but it's Event Zero Ocelot Society. Now, I got to talk to I can't remember his name, but he was really cool, dude. I think they're a Swedish team, and it's about.
Whoa, they have a ton of awards.
It reminded me of Swan Song, where you're on the ship and the ship's computer wakes up to AI, like it becomes AI, and it's this. You have to like talk to it into like and you discuss things about being human and that kind of shit with this new computer AI that's just like on this ship that's like marooned out in space.
This is all their page is. Oh, sorry. You can scroll down further. There we go. I was like, it's this, and then it says bye, and I'm like, I don't understand what I'm looking at. Here's a little bit of the trailer.
But the thing that really he fucking buried the lead on the thing being you talk to the computer, and it's procedurally generated answers.
Whoa. Okay.
So they calculated it out, like how many responses could the computer possibly have, and they said we calculated it out 9 million, like that, yeah. And it looks like, I mean, the idea behind it just sounded so fucking stellar.
It looks really good.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, one of the things was, can you open this door for me? And the computer was like, I don't really want to right now because, and he gave some reason it's lived in, or it looks awful or something like that. Like it had like a feeling about the room that you couldn't go in.
Is it a horror game?
No, I think it's just a space
thing.
Ship.
Yeah,
I fucking don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know how you
honest,
that.
That looks kind of like Solus Project, except with a really cool AI system.
Yeah,
like it looks like
awesome.
It's like a story you move through, and you kind of interact with this element throughout. Zeke, did they mention anything about like the gameplay, like what the gameplay is like?
Well, that's the other thing. I was up on the stage with CohhCarnage, and so we didn't really get too much into the gameplay. We just like sat and like bullshitted about AI, like, shit, man, what would happen if like AI got like took over? Is like, would they be nice to us? Would they kill us? We went off on a tangent, but we got to see like a little bit of this. I don't know like how the gameplay is or anything like that. But he said it's I think it's due for release in like 2017, but I'm not sure.
It's super cool,
yeah.
man.
Let me see what they say the date is here. Add to wish list on Steam. It says the release date's September 2016. So maybe they're going early access.
Oh, what the release date is what?
September 2016 on Steam.
That could very well be then. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're probably going early
that has to be early access. Yeah, because apparently people in my chat are saying that they said sometime in 2017 for the project. So maybe that's early access.
Yeah. Okay. So it says here on Steam, it's a sci-fi narrative exploration game where you build a relationship with a lonely spaceship computer to get home to Earth.
Yeah.
So kind of like Gone Home in space.
You build a relationship with the computer. I just like that idea. Like,
yeah, that sounds really rad, actually.
I likened it to like having a discussion with a super intelligent infant.
Yeah. I might check that out. That sounds pretty cool. Or at least
No, it was
watch to see.
Yeah.
I just want to type shit to the computer and see what he says. Like that's, I think that's the biggest draw of the game for sure.
Yeah.
It's just see what he
Computer,
says.
I am called King Shit. How does this make you feel?
Yeah. There was one where one of the questions, like he typed in who's the big boss now, and he goes, I don't understand why you continue to ask me these needless questions.
I want to do a playthrough where I just try to create a romantic relationship with the computer the entire time, and it's just really.
I wonder if it's going to be like Alexa, where you can just randomly ask him a bunch of really like weird off the wall things and get crazy answers.
Yeah.
Computer, initiate self-destruct sequence.
That's all I do with my Lexus is just say really weird shit to it. It's great.
JP, we got to do something about that little pop-up, man.
Yeah, the reason it happens is because XSplit, for some reason, decides that it needs to use all of the CPU. And it pops up about once every 2 minutes or so, 3 minutes. I do need to fix it.
Sounds fun to deal with.
Yeah.
Time for OBS.
Yeah. I'm not going to build this show in OBS, but yeah, you probably do. We could probably I could just do this to you. That'll never show up.
What about OBS Studio?
I haven't messed with that. I've messed with that.
He's thinking.
I can't go further. I've hit the limits of XSplit. I haven't messed with OBS Studio too much because there was a lot of things that were lacking, like CLR. Didn't work for the longest time, and now I don't know if it is or not. I don't know.
My entire overlay system's built in CLR.
Yeah, that's why. Same here. That's why I don't.
And I use OBS.
Has anyone messed with Infinizine?
Infinizine, like infinity.
I went to a strip club and I was like, I had tons of that shit. I was just tripping balls. Oh, we're talking about something else.
No, actually, same thing. And yeah, no, I was at that same club. It was great.
I'm just doing my job.
JP, no. I'm. That's why I didn't interrupt you. I knew where you're going with it immediately. Have you messed with it at all?
No. There's another one too. There's Infinizine, and there's the other one. Oh Lord, I saw a demo of it. The one that they did at TwitchCon last year. Anyone?
The Wirecast people. Gamecast?
Yes, I think so,
Gamecast?
but there's that one too. That one still has major CPU. Well, not major, but it has, from what I understand, CPU issues. Something show, I want to say, game show. No?
Game show, Gamecast, something like that.
Yeah, but anyway,
Game Show is the name of that one.
Game show. Okay, cool. But yeah, the last time I talked to them, they were still having some CPU issues, so I didn't use that one. I'm still very much looking for like the next OBS. Like OBS is cool, and more power to them for developing it with the amount of people they have. But I need a professional option OBS.
Yeah.
Real support with I
don't understand why someone.
Dude, I enabled my cat cam yesterday. OBS, it didn't show. It froze my computer, killed my USB drivers, blue screened it, and then the whole thing shut down.
I still don't know why. I mean, Infinizine is trying, but like, I don't know why someone not startup-y hasn't just been like, all right, we're making the definitive fucking streaming program right now. You're going to pay us $10 a month. Done. Like, I think XSplit in a lot of ways is there, but it's just not yet.
How big of an audience is there for that though, or a consumer?
Maybe you're right. Maybe there's not that many people.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. So maybe they charge a fucking like, you're gonna pay us $100 a month. Most people would probably pay. If it's a working program that has everything that I want, I'd probably jump into that.
The main reason I used OBS over XSplit is because initially XSplit cost money, and I'm a creature of habit, so I never switched.
Yeah. I've always juggled both because I haven't ever had to play for XSplit. So
I had horrible issues with XSplit when I tried to use it. That's the only reason I'm using OBS. Like it would spike my CPU. I would get weird frame rate issues. Like I'd go to look for help on it. It just wouldn't be there. The OBS newest just worked for a long time.
Yeah,
then it starts to do more advanced stuff in OBS, and that's where OBS really starts faltering. Is when you start doing the more advanced stuff, and it's great for basic streaming, which is why I always recommend to new streamers get OBS. It's free. It works great.
It's free.
The second you start piling in advanced stuff like multiple CLR browsers and switching screens when CLRs are being edited, stuff like that, like it just starts. So many weird little things pop up.
There have been.
Question: why hasn't Twitch started developing their own?
I've always wondered that too, but I guess they're too busy buying Curse for some reason. So I guess we can just talk about that. But one thing that I didn't know this because a lot of times streamers will get, XSplit or OBS, and if it works, they're afraid to upgrade because then it fucks up their entire life, right? So I was forced to upgrade because of whatever reason, was forced to upload XSplit. But they added stuff like I can like copy and paste things now. Just at will. And just make multiple versions of Go.
Oh my god. It's a Go chorus.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Like it makes building the shows so simple and so easy because now it's like, oh, we got to go over here. Well, let me just fucking save that from the other scene and just bring it into this scene. It's great. Like it makes things so simple, but there's still major issues with it that we've seen, like the CPU usage thing that's been popping up for the past 6 months. And I think there it is again, right there. High CPU usage. I bet you if I let's bring up the task manager here. We're at 76. They need to make that like a 99% thing when it pops up. It's like 83, 88, 85. So maybe it is around 90. I don't know.
What kind of CPU are you running in your
That's
stream?
it's a 4790K, I think.
So it's a Pentium 4 with hyperthreading.
I think it's a 4790K. I've got a 5960X over here that I'm going to eventually move over. I just haven't yet.
Yeah, that's what I have in my streaming PC.
Does your shit have blast processing or not? Because that's where it's at.
It doesn't.
Like blast processing? Like Sonic?
Needs some
You making
blast
a Sonic
processing.
reference? I love you.
Yeah.
No, the main I built this VR PC and I've used it for maybe 4 hours, but it's got a 6800 like dual 1080 and it just sits over there. So I need to make that the main gaming PC, take the current gaming PC with 5960X and make it the streaming rig, and then make the current streaming rig the VR PC. But it's like
You could do none of that and eat a sandwich.
yeah,
instead.
that's been my life for the
so
past
much
2
better.
months is I could do none of that. And I haven't yet.
Love it.
So that's why that's there. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes. Zeke, anything else you've seen at Gamescom? We'll do the curse news afterwards.
Not a lot of shit. I was like, I like that I can be frank here. Like when you do a hosting gig, you're doing a lot of shit. You're doing a lot of and there's going to be segments, like 2 or 3 segments that you just don't give a fuck about, but you got to act like you're excited because that's, it would be a shitty show if you're like, tell me about this dumb game that I don't care about.
That's why I don't do that stuff because I can't put on that poker face and I'll literally just be like, tell me about your stupid game.
Well, but that's the thing. A lot of
Show me
times
this
I'm
dumb game.
surprised. A lot of times I'm surprised, like, oh, okay, this has actually turned out pretty cool. But I
You know
don't.
how many
I don't
times
mind.
I would say, oh, that's so interesting. That's so interesting. I love. Oh,
I can imagine JP being like, okay, so now that we've gone over your game, it's 80% like an existing game and the graphics are shit. Why would I pay money for this when I could just get that for half price?
yeah. And the other thing too is I see a lot. Zeke's really good about it because he is good at feigning enthusiasm, but it doesn't seem fake a lot of times. There's some broadcasters, or not broadcasters. There's some hosts that'll go up there, and man, they're just like fucking just. Oh, it's so off. They're just winging it so bad. Like they did not give a fuck. Do what?
You can definitely tell sometimes.
Yeah.
Like there have been times when I'm up there and I just felt like super phony because you kind of have to. You know, when you're a host, like you'll get like 90% of the stuff is great and you at least know a little bit about it because you kind of divvy it up as far as like your strengths. Like any indie shit, I will definitely jump on and take it. Like any like sports stuff, that's spamfish. He'll take all that shit. But I was glad to have Kelly Link because she's like, any fighting game, I'm on it because none of us give a shit.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Like, oh yeah, Tekken, you got Tekken, go do that. You get Dragon Ball, go do that too. Sweet. So we have someone for that. But like, there's been like some shit where, like, honestly, I don't give a fuck about the new DayZ patch. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, tell us what we can expect. Oh, realistic bullet sounds from distances and stuff. Let me fucking whip out my boner and slap it against your face. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure there are people out there that are like,
Excited
fuck yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, can we go back? Dragon Ball?
Was that the new the Xenoverse game?
Xenoverse 2? I'll play Xenoverse 2.
Xenoverse 2.
Yeah,
Xenoverse
I
1 was
played the
pretty good.
first one. And the first one was fun.
It was. You're not wrong. You
Good
can
time.
you can make some real goofy fucking looking characters that were like the best people in the fucking DBZ universe. It was cool. I was into it. Zeke, the best, the one way that I've ever seen that just be the worst thing ever is when you get esports casters. Perfect example is you get like Tasteless and Artosis, like they pretty much cast anything in terms of finals, and you get them to go on ESPN, and then ESPN makes them read from a teleprompter. These are people that have never read from a teleprompter, and they're also people that constantly, every fucking day, 5 or 6 hours a day, just wing everything they're doing. They're just like a streamer. Like we're never reading from a fucking card ever, or reading from the bullet points of. So they're got, hey, hello, and welcome to the Heroes of the Storm dorm team. I'm Tasteless, and this is Artosis. Artosis, how are you? Like it was like that for the first fucking hour because they made him read it.
So it's like Oscars banter.
It's yes, but like a billion times worse. It's a billion times worse.
Well, this is one thing that I've always carried with me when I do any of these hosting gigs. Is John Carter says like we're not fucking interviewers, man. We're gamers talking about your game. Sure, right. You have your time. We'll give you the spotlight and shit, but we're not asking like the fucking hard hitting questions. You know, we enjoy games, so tell me about your fucking game.
Yeah. One of the funniest stories, they might get mad at me for telling this, but I don't care. They met with a producer the day before a big esports event, right? It was going to be on TV and all this stuff. They met with the producer, and the producer literally came up to them and said, hey, do you guys have any funny jokes you want to work into the script? And they were just like...
It's so awkward.
What? And they're like, if you have any jokes, we want to put that into the script so we can put on teleprompter.
This one about smacking a dude in the face with my boner. Can we get that one in somewhere?
Can we get that one in there? And they were just like, no, like it's all off the cuff. Like we don't rehearse anything. Like, oh no, we need to put this in the script. And they like actually worked in jokes into the fucking script that they probably said and heard and read a billion times before the actual filming of that stuff. And that's why I could never do any of that shit ever again because it's a fucking nightmare now.
It's rough. It was very rough.
But Zeke,
yeah, no, I swear to God, I couldn't do any of that either. Like I like it. That's why I probably kept doing it, is because I like the looseness of it. I do. I mean, even if I don't give a shit about a segment, I do care that the other person has something that they're trying to accomplish up on stage. And I try, and I do. Yeah. I really try my best to help them accomplish that.
At the end of the day, I think that's where like just human empathy comes into play. You're not going to make the other guy look like a fucking idiot when you're up there. Like that's
sure.
No host sets out to be like, all right, let's really make this game. I fucking hate DayZ. Let's make this guy look like a complete schmuck on stage. Like no one fucking is like that. You're there.
The game's been in early access for 3 years.
That's what you lead with. Yeah.
Well, that's
and what you're talking about. Realistic bullet sounds.
That was the last question. That was Kelly's last question. Was like, so when can we expect the release?
Did you have a Bohemia dev up there? Is that who it was?
Yep.
Okay.
So wait, just out of curiosity, Zeke, after that, did they all share a hearty laugh together?
Oh, yes.
Well, did you have Brian up there?
They're not fucking dumb. They know that shit. They're like, we don't know.
Did you have Brian Hicks up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's honestly, he's a pretty solid guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. What? So DayZ, you started off with Deus Ex.
Yep, did Battlefield 1, Battlefront. We talked about Battlefront, new shit that's coming, like the Death Star expansion, and the Battlefront VR, like with the X-wing and shit.
Yeah, they renamed that to be. It's now Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah, it's
which
like
is cool.
They're associating it with the movie, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm definitely gonna check that out. I checked out we've talked about it before, but I checked out the VR thing that did the Star Wars Celebration, and even though it was 30 seconds long, it was still like super high fidelity. So if they make that into an actual thing with that Rogue One mission, it'll be fucking cool. Especially if I'm fucking flying around in an X-wing in space fighting against TIE fighters. That's super fucking cool. So.
Oh, and also you get to play Chewbacca's now a playable character.
Only Chewbacca?
That's the only new one.
Oh, okay. I wonder if they're gonna announce like a bad guy, because he's probably only on the good team, right? I would guess. I don't know.
They have to keep it even, don't they?
Yeah, they would have to introduce like
who's. I never played the new Battlefront. I couldn't bring myself.
Who's like another?
Is it worth?
It's worth seeing at least because it's beautiful, like graphically.
Yeah, the engine is great. But
yeah. It's
sound, dude. Still to this day, one of the best sound design games that I've ever played.
100%.
You can tell they really tried in that one, and it really came through.
I just played the shit out of the old Battlefront games.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it's nothing like that. You'd have a. If you have fond nostalgia for that, you jump in.
I have fond nostalgia for those games. Yeah,
you'd be immediately upset if you jumped in on the new one. For sure.
I like that. Who's the next evil character? Oh, it's Jar Jar Binks.
Well, like that's what I'm thinking is who's like a tertiary evil character?
Jar Jar.
Because like Chewbacca, do you put like Darth Maul in or something? Like I don't understand. He's dead.
Boba Fett's.
He's not dead. Darth Maul's not dead.
He's not.
No, he's alive. They brought him. Did they kill him again in Clone Wars? Or I know they brought him back. Okay, so he got cut in half. Then he fell in like garbage or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. He got brought back, and he's alive.
I didn't know he was in Clone Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. Darth Maul's still alive.
Wait, didn't they give him 4 arms? Is that correct?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Zeke, what else did you see?
It was Rebels. It was Rebels, not Clone Wars. Sorry, guys. Rebels.
Okay, no problem. Gotcha.
My bad.
Let's see. The other thing I thought, I mean, the last thing I thought was kind of cool, like what fucking studio are those guys? Landfall Studios, which are distributed by Tiny Build. So they were booked as Tiny Build, but their Landfall Studios made a game called Cluster Truck, which we've showed a couple times.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just jump from semi to semi and try and get to the end.
But it's deceivingly simple.
Yeah, for sure. But the one I was really hyped about was called Totally Accurate Battle Simulator.
Yes.
Which
Talk to me about that.
Hilarious. Like you go against you can go against, I'm sure you can go versus people, but you go against like a CPU. They have their guys set up, and then you pick your okay, I want infantry, I want shield guys, I want archers, I want this, and then you pick them, and then they just go at it in front of you, kind of watch them. Go at it. They're like,
is there a chicken herder? Is there a guy that has chickens?
Seems like it,
fuck? Yeah. Those chickens are just demolishing everyone. The chicken guy won. He just beat artillery. Oh, never mind. He's about to get creamed.
That one I would definitely play.
That looks great. He just fucking hit that guy in a cannonball. Let's go to the next
video.
video.
Artillery guy running away with the cannon? I don't understand.
Oh, that's someone else's content. Abort! Can't show that.
I don't understand at all.
Let's see.
No, that was the chicken killed the artillery guy, I think. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Good point, Dr. Hell no. They have googly eyes as well.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Here's another battle. I love how these are like 30 seconds long. Let's see what happens.
Dude, this reminds me of the old game called Myth, one of Bungie's first games and one of the best ever.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, that guy tripped on his own spear. Has this weird depth of field thing. Dude, that catapult, the ballista back there is just destroying. That missed. This is actually a close fight.
So you just choose your units and you don't fight, you just watch them fight?
I think that's how that's how it works, yeah.
Yeah. The strategy comes in with picking your units versus the opponent's units.
Okay.
That guy just got right.
Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
It's kind of like
he hasn't killed him yet.
Kind of like babies.
How is he not dead? Oh.
But now they got it. It's 2 people. It's an archer and a shield guy against a fucking ballista.
I would. I would make a drinking game out of this game right here.
Oh, the ballista, dude. Ballista's super strong, man.
That is stupid.
Yeah.
Is this out? I think I remember.
Is this out? Is this a
someone
thing?
check this out?
I really don't know.
Let's see.
What's it called again?
Totally Accurate. Zeke, what you know the full name?
Totally Accurate Battle Simulator.
All right, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. I'm doing a drinking stream with this. It'll be terrific.
Yeah, it's fun shit.
Yeah, it's on Steam Greenlight right now for.
Fucking yes.
Wait, can you download Steam Greenlight?
With Blackout Drunk from Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. It's crazy.
It's got multiplayer too, so you can just hop on with another. Wait, how does Greenlight stuff work? Do you just have to follow this stuff and not download it from them?
Greenlight is supposed to be the service that gets indie games onto Steam. It's kind of like a social aggregator. So if it's a greenlit product that's not on Steam, that means that it's most likely still under development and it's not quite ready for a Steam page yet.
Yeah. Okay. So you have to sign up for alpha testing. So just tweet it.
My game's actually on Greenlight.
I'll just tweet them.
Yeah, just tweet them.
I'll just follow them and unfollow them 12 times.
Yep.
Oh, like the CEO of Landfall Games, who made Cluster Truck and Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, CEO Landfall Games, and it says on his card, I'm not shitting you, on his card, it says Wilhelm, age 20.
Okay.
He's the CEO of this dev company. It's great. There are four guys from Sweden.
There you go.
And they're really nice guys too. They're a lot of fun.
What? Anything else? That's 4 games.
Dawn of War 3, which, if you're a Warhammer fan, it's just another addition of the Warhammer shit.
I'm definitely gonna check that out. Stuff looks cool.
Yeah, they're adding more stuff. It's an RTS for Warhammer 40K people. For Honor, I checked that a little bit. We did a trailer for For Honor, so we didn't see any real gameplay.
They only brought a trailer to Gamescom.
They didn't have new shit to show.
The fuck, Ubisoft? Are they? Maybe they're saving it for West. I don't know. That's sad to hear, though.
Certainly could be. I'm sure a lot of people saved stuff for West because.
Yeah, For Honor.
Yeah, For Honor. Exactly. It's the official title.
But yeah, there's 12. What they said? 12 characters now.
Oh, okay. That's a lot more than they had in the past.
Yep. 12 characters. I think they said 4 classes or something like that. But they really it was nothing extremely new to report. They were just like, For Honor is still here. We're still gonna give it to you soon.
Yeah.
And they said
gonna bring us another one.
And they wanted to promote the open beta. You can go to forhonor.com and sign up for the open beta. They wanted to promote that.
Do they have a date on that? Do you know? Did they say?
Yeah.
Have any of you played that one yet?
Yes, I played it last.
It's been at events, right?
I played it at.
It looks
PAX Prime last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
We only got to play the knights, so it was knights versus. I think just knights versus knights.
Okay.
And we played another team. It was 4-on-4.
Like melee combat, right?
Yeah, but it's
combat type thing. Yeah.
It's very if you're just watching it and you don't have a UI, it just looks like people are just spamming buttons. But if you're actively playing it, there's much more thought process going.
Do you think it's a good streamer? Because that's always a relevant question.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it'll be a lot of fun for streamers because not only is it skill based, but it's also it's got when you kill someone, you fucking cut off their head or you do something badass looking. So it's got that type of reward to it, the visual reward.
Skill-based melee combat.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's right. The release date is Valentine's Day next year.
What was the one? Okay. Was it who was making it? It was like a steampunk, sort of looked similar to that. Gosh,
you're talking about the Chivalry guys making their new game.
They're making a magic-based competitive shooter.
No, I saw it. I saw it at PAX Prime 2013. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know. Maybe chat will throw some names out there.
Yeah. It was sort of like steampunk melee. I don't know.
Absolver?
I don't know, dude. I suck.
Absolver's the fighting game, the real melee oriented fighting game.
Yeah.
What was it?
I don't know. Battle Cry?
It was Battle Cry. Yeah. What happened to that? That become a thing?
Battle Cry is very weird because I don't know anything about Battle Cry, but I know that there's weird stuff going on with Battle Cry.
Did it get finished? I mean, it looked really neat.
I don't know. I can do a quick search.
It seemed like it was sort of the same concept, but steampunk.
Yeah, so it still says the release date is 2016. Publishers Bethesda, developers Battle Cry, studios.
Battle Cry is dead? No way. Oh, that makes
it still has a full page on Bethesda. But Bethsoft.com has
that's right.
Trailer, everything.
This was left out of Bethesda's 2016 E3, so no one knows what's going on with it. That's what I remember.
It's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be sad because they had a whole booth and people playing it. It looked really fun.
Last time they tweeted was the 2nd of July, 2015.
Yep.
That's good news. Yeah, that's good. That's almost as good as Wale. You remember Cube World?
Yes.
About that one.
Yes. You played a lot of Cube World, if I
I
remember
did
correctly.
play a lot of Cube World. I was really sad that he decided to stop making the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one thing I thought was really cool at Gamescom, it has nothing to do with the game, but it had everything to do with a pretty sweet fucking troll. Half-Life 3 right at the entrance. There's a banner for Half-Life 3. Did you guys see that?
No. Who set that up?
It doesn't read Half-Life 3, but rather Half-Life: 3. And it's editors who played it back then, so it refers to like the number of editors.
Right here.
Yeah. So it was a huge banner, like right in the front of Gamescom.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did people lose their shit?
Oh, people lost their fucking minds for a minute until like the troll was like revealed to everybody.
Jeez, I wonder if they're gonna catch some shit about that.
Probably.
I do know that there's been a lot of Blizzard news coming out of there. We were talking about last week, like how we have no idea what they're gonna fucking talk about, but Karazhan's coming back to World of Warcraft. That was their big announcement today.
Oh, really?
For 7.1, they're bringing Karazhan back. Yeah, which was the original. The original Burning Crusade raid.
Yeah, it's the first one. Yeah,
it was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it a lot. I think.
Yeah, I played that one. That was a lot of fun.
They're gonna get a lot of nostalgia fueled resubs there. They announced a new map for Overwatch as well as which really wasn't Gamescom related, but they announced a huge.
That map looks awesome.
Yeah. And they're
Eichenwald.
Yeah.
5-man dungeon, evidently, Karazhan. Yeah.
Oh, it's a 5-man dungeon. Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it was a raid.
That's what one person in chat said, so I believe them.
Yeah. Well, let's go over to Amazon's Amazon.com's MMO champion. They're the up and coming WoW portal over here. What is this? Let's see what they say.
Yeah, King Goth. I'm glad we're on the same page. Similar to the internet, everything in Twitch chat is 100% factual. True, absolutely.
Yes, I believe them without any sort of fail or stumble. Always, 100% of the time.
Wait, they've done their research. They do it for us. There's no reason if they wouldn't post it in chat if they weren't confirmed and sure it was true.
If I have a sore throat, I go to Dr. Chat every time. I just want to know what's wrong.
Wow, fucking MMO champions on Amazon servers. One day it's already down. I can't even fucking access. Come on, Twitch. What are you doing? I can't access the fucking website. Maybe they just had a shit ton of traffic today because of the Karazhan shit. I don't know. Overwatch got a huge amount of Season 2 changes. They're completely revamping the entire ranked mode. Thank fucking God, because that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever played for 100+ hours. And they're changing that entire system. I don't know. I haven't watched the video.
Congrats on 500. I
did hit 500 finally after much depression and rage. Didn't think I was going to at all. Wasn't even trying to last night. I was just playing games with Summit casually and ended up getting it. So there you go. Off stream completely. So everyone's like, oh, you hacked it, blah, blah, blah. It's like, whatever.
You hacked it.
I mean, no proof, so that's...
Well, the thing, you can actually go and watch Summit stream because I was in his stream, I guess.
You probably hacked that too, man.
Yeah.
I hacked his stream, dude.
I hacked his stream. That's true. But yeah, Monday was a very troubling day because it was 10 hours of Overwatch with 3 of those hours being dropped frames from Time Warner because Time Warner's a fucking piece of shit. So not only was I like super stressed and emo because I wasn't going to get top 500, I also had to deal with internet issues. And I just felt like a piece of shit all day. And then yesterday I ended up getting it at like midnight last night. So it was good. I was glad to have that. And now I'm glad that that whole system is gone so no one else has to go through that fucking trash. And we'll see what Season 2 is. Apparently it's up on the PTR. I haven't checked it out at all. But I probably
So you got that like right before Season 1 ended? Or
Season 1 ended about either an hour and 24 minutes ago or in 36 minutes.
So, okay. So no one was able to take, like, once you're in top 500, like, no one was able to take that from you because the season ended?
All you got to do is just hit top 500 once and you get the rewards.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And the reward, that was the animated...
It's the animated spray in game. It's like the dumbest fucking thing to care about.
I'm terrible at Overwatch, like laughably bad. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. You just get an animated spray. That's it.
Okay.
There's no other benefit. That and just like, hey, you got top 500. But it did feel... It felt like I actually played Overwatch for a reason instead of just like, I played 100 hours of ranked and got nothing for it besides just playing ranked. The best part about that too is the immediate game after hitting top 500. I was like, man, Overwatch is a really good game. Like, it's a fucking great game. Like, I wasn't treating it as like a stress thing. I was like,
Did you ever
hey.
do WoW arenas?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've gotten like Glad before and all that.
Is that comparable to Gladiator then?
Well, kind of.
I mean, like statistically.
I mean, statistically, probably not. Overwatch is like what 10 million plus sold or something like that in your top 500. So,
well,
but and WoW, you're only fighting a server for it, right? So I don't know. Only
battle group for it.
Yeah, battle group. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm glad to have hit it, and I'm glad that I don't have to ever do that again because it was.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I was in a really, really fucking bad mood.
Well, JP, next season it's going to be a different animated spray paint.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that they actually make it distinct enough to not where it's like repeated awards for season 2 and season 3 and season 4. Like it's distinct. Like, hey, you hit top 500. Only you will ever get this spray.
I love how chat tries to take it away from you like a little bit.
No, guys, it's not. It's
like,
top 500 in the universe.
It's top 500 North America PC.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Texas.
Please.
Texas region.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves there. Don't feel too good.
Yeah. Twitch chat will always steal it from you.
You can still go fuck yourself. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And it's just the East part of the NA, and it's only top 500 people with JP in their name.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. It's just an Emmy, dude. It's not an Oscar, all right?
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah, it's a bowling trophy.
Well, that's the best part too. Is like I solo queued it all, and everyone's like, "Oh, solo queue is it's so simple, man. You just solo queue and you win every." It's like, are you a fucking retard? Like, what are you talking about? I don't use that word ever.
Against meat bots at that point, right? If you solo queue, that's because you're
not, and you get people on your team named Steve-O. Shout out to Steve-O, the Symmetra only player in the top 70s of Overwatch. You're just a grand person, just a champion of humanity. That guy definitely has made me rage a lot. There's also some Torbjorn mains. Shout out to Goof Troop or something like that, who's a Torbjorn main in the top 70s. There's some Torbjorn who's like rank 83 or something, which is top 79 right now is top 500 entry. So he's like top 200, and he's got like a 65% win percentage on fucking Torbjorn. So don't let anyone ever tell you that your class is bad. Just, I guess, play your class or something.
Oh, don't ever say he's bad. He's just cheap as.
It's fun when he gets. I played a game today. That game that we were doing right before. We'll take a break after this. Right before we were on air, on King of the Hill on Lijiang Tower. If you guys are familiar with that, where someone on my team picked Bastion as like a troll, and so then I just picked Reinhardt and stood in front of him for the entire game, and we ended up winning. And the other team was so fucking upset, and that made my day. So there you go. And I'm actually having fun with Overwatch again. So thank God for that. Let's take a break. We'll come back and talk about Twitch buying Curse seemingly out of nowhere yesterday. The ramifications of that we know of, because no one knows what the fuck's going on with that. Even the announcements was like, yeah, we bought Curse. That happened. Well, we're excited for the future. And that's that. And then, of course, what we've all been playing, which is probably going to be Cohh talking about what he's been playing, because I've been playing Overwatch and Goth has been moving. And
I play other things as well.
He's been playing a lot of Destiny, so.
No, I've been playing other shit, man. Come on.
I am looking forward to hearing what Goth has to say about No Man's Sky.
That's true.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good talk. It'll be fun.
We got to talk about No Man's Sky as well. So, all right, cool. We'll take this quick break. We'll come back and we'll go into the second half here. Drop frames. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you then.